Most women trying to lose belly fat make the same mistakes, and for some women, it took years to go from a round to flat stomach. Why? Because they never learn what you're about to see. These exact 5 steps help women drop 50 pounds, break through stubborn plateaus, and finally get lean, without starving, guessing, or wasting time. So if you ever felt stuck or overwhelmed, this plan will finally give you the long-term results you've been chasing, even if nothing's worked before. In this channel, everything we share is based on what's worked for real women who've lost 20, 40, even 50 pounds without starving or guessing. This channel is for women who want fat loss to actually feel good. And today, you'll learn the 5 steps to lose fat fast, without the confusion or overwhelm. If your first thought when seeing this video was, I just need to eat less and do more cardio, you're not thinking about fat loss the right way. In fact, that mindset is the reason why most women stay stuck, even when they're working hard. There's a lot more that affects how fast you lose fat than you probably realize. From hitting calories in healthy foods to the way your workouts impact your hormones. So let's start with one of the biggest fat loss killers that almost every woman overlooks. Hidden calories. The ones that sneak into your day and silently blocks progress, even when you think you're eating clean. A lot of women believe that just eating less is enough to lose fat. But here's the problem. Some foods pack a ton of calories into tiny portions. So even if you eat less, you might be still over your daily needs. Think peanut butter, olive oil, pasta, garlic bread. These aren't bad foods, but it's easy to underestimate how calorie dense they are. For example, cooking with just 2 tablespoons of olive oil adds around 240 calories. And if you pour freely, like most people do, that number can shoot past 400 calories. Enough to completely erase an entire day's calorie deficit. That's why tracking portions, especially high-calorie ingredients, can make or break your fat loss. Next is cardio. The first thing many women do when trying to lose fat is to jump into hours of cardio. But here's the truth. Long, exhausting cardio sessions aren't just inefficient, they can actually backfire. Too much cardio raises cortisol, increases hunger, and often leads to burning fewer calories throughout the day. Your body adapts and starts conserving energy. What's worse instead? Prioritize daily walks. Daily walks lower stress, increase insulin sensitivity, and helps burn fat steadily without draining it. Next is intermittent fasting. And this one goes against everything you've been told about breakfast. Most women are taught that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But when it comes to fat loss, it isn't. Eating first thing in the morning spikes your hunger hormones, increases appetite, and makes you fight off cravings all day. That constant willpower often leads to binging later, especially at night. Intermittent fasting solves this by simply skipping breakfast and eating from lunch to dinner. Your hunger stays more stable and you feel more satisfied, and fat loss becomes easier to stick with. And no, skipping breakfast won't make you tired. Most women actually feel sharper, clearer, and more focused once their body adjusts. Next is your nutrition. A lot of women think they need to cut carbs to lose fat. But the real issue? Not eating enough protein. Protein is the key for fat loss because it does 2 critical things. It helps preserve muscle, so your body burns more at rest, and it keeps you full and satisfied, making it easier to stay in a calorie deficit without feeling starved. This is where most women go wrong. They go straight into restriction, skip meals, and end up eating barely any protein. The fix is simple. Aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Greek yogurt, eggs, chicken, lentils, whatever works for you. Just make it a habit, because without protein, fat loss gets way harder. Next is consistency, and this might be the most important point of all. A lot of women believe that the fastest way to lose fat is through crash diets and intense cardio. So they go all in, burn out by the weekend, binge, and weeks later, they try again. It becomes an endless loop with no real progress. But here's the truth. Fat loss isn't about how fast you go. It's about how long you can keep going. A short burst of effort can't make up for the huge gaps between each attempt. Someone who just loses 1 pound per week consistently will always beat the person chasing 20 pounds and burning out every time. The key isn't intensity, it's sustainability. Fat loss rewards the woman who shows up a little every day, not the one who burns out trying to do everything at once. And yes, it can feel hard to stay consistent over weeks or months, but that's why you don't need to think that far ahead. Just focus on today. Show up, take that next step, and let it compound. Each day is a new chance to move forward, and that's how real transformation happens. Consistency is where most women struggle, not because they aren't trying, but because they forget the key steps over time and end up starting over and over again. That's why the free daily plan was created. A free step-by-step resource you can keep, follow, and come back to anytime. It breaks down everything you've learned today so you can start losing fat faster and actually stay on track without second guessing yourself. You'll find it in the link in the description below.